Hello, everybody, and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Hey, it is your girl, Ruthie the Truth, your financial wellness coach, and your number one strategist for goal driven planning. It's the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Yes. All right, so Wheel of Life Wednesday. I'm going to take some time out to let the dads and grads enter the room. So excited to see you all again. And while we're waiting for people to come in, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much to all of the subscribers who have taken the time out to hit the subscribe button. I so appreciate everything that you have done and are continuing to do to help me raise awareness and not only raise awareness, but also to spread the word to help me accomplish my road to Ruthie's Road to 800 to have a positive financial impact in the lives of 800 dads and grads in leadership positions. So, hopefully, this is okay. This is working properly. Yay! Yes, so I'm so excited to be at FinCon and seeing all of my FinCon people. I missed you guys, and I'm looking forward to connecting with so many more of you guys. And I don't know. Okay, yes, I think this is working properly. Just trying to make sure that everything is on here the way it's supposed to be. All right, so yes, for those of you who are new to the Wheel of Life Wednesday, let me take the time out just to introduce you to what the Wheel of Life Wednesday is. And not only that, but we're gonna take some time out to on YouTube Live. I will go through my Wheel of Life Wednesday results for this week as well. So the Wheel of Life Wednesday is work is a comprehensive tool that helps dads and grads in leadership positions to um, identify the 8 major categories in their life, to self reflect subjectively and find out how they are feeling. So I know a lot of times, especially as leaders, most people don't really take the time out to find out, like, hey, how is the leader doing? So that's what Ruthie the Truth does. I take time out to connect with all of the leaders and really find out what's going on and how is life treating you this week and from your perspective. And not only that, but what can we do to plan and make sure that you have a successful week moving forward in weeks ahead. So, yes, Monica. Oh, you're not here this time. Oh no. Well, hopefully, I still can find time to see you. Um, yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're here on the live on the live. So hopefully you'll be able to fill out the wheel of life that's going on. All right. Hey sis. Hey Jeff. All right. So let me take some time out while everybody is getting situated. Okay, okay. Audrey, hey! Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope all is well. All right. So, sis, if you can put the link in the chat on IG, I will put the link in. Uh, let's see, on YouTube. Okay, let's see this. While we wait for a few more people to come in, let's see what's going on here. That is awesome. Yes. Hey. All right. I'm glad everything is going well over there. All right, let me see what is happening here. All right. Yeah. All right. So if you're able to put the Hazine link in the chat in YouTube, it's not allowing me to do it. You're able to drop that in the chat. Amazing. All right. So while she's doing that, and so we're doing this. Okay. I think I have too many things open here. That's what's going on. Right. Yes, and I'm so glad I was able to see Reg from what you call it? New York, is it Fashion Geek? It was so awesome to see him. He said you haven't checked the TikTok this year. So all right. Let me see. Maybe I can do it from here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, okay. All right, hold on one moment because I think I might be able to do it on my iPad. Um, let's see. All right, bear with me, y'all. Okay. All right, I think I was able to put it in the chat there. Yeah, that was great. That was amazing. All right, let's see. Can I pin this? No. Okay, I can't pin it in the chat, but it's in the chat. All right, cool. Bear with me one moment, y'all. All right, let's share my screen. All right, so everybody who's on YouTube, I guess if you can let me know if you're able to see the Wheel of Life. Let's see. All right, let's see. Is it working? Yay, it's working. Okay, cool. All right, so if you want to see the actual Wheel of Life, um, here. Okay. Yeah, if you want to see the digital version, you can head over to my YouTube channel. And yeah, we'll show it there. Otherwise, we could just do a regular, old school in the chat type of vibe. All right, so right now I'm just filling out the information on the. All right, perfect. Thanks, sis. I appreciate it. Yay. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'm so glad this is working. Yes. All right, so head over. head over to the YouTube, you'll be able to see the full thing. But if not, you can stay on Instagram, call it the IG folks. And yeah, so the Wheel of Life. The first step is to identify if we are a dad, a grad, or a mom, or double whammy, which is a dad who is a grad. All right, and you choose whichever column um, best aligns with who you are, and we go down a list. So I am mom, in parentheses, grad with children. Well, obviously with children. So I'm a mom grad. I'll just leave it at that. Because obviously, if I'm a mom, I have kids, right? Mom grad. All right, so we will go down the list and um, I will check off what I have. So I'm the parent of a daughter and a son as a mom and grad and generation. You are a dad. Yes. Okay. Cool. Cool. You can feel free to do the digital version on your end if you want to. Millennial. All right. What generation? Let's see. So I'm a millennial grad, and my children are teenagers, and I have graduated from high school as well as trade school, and I do have some college. I have an associate's. So, although I did have to drop out because life was life, as it always does. And yep, so we'll hit next. And all right, and we're gonna start the categories. All right, so the first category that we are going to start with is the friends category. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 representing the absolute worst you've ever felt in your life, and 10 representing the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life. How are you feeling about your friends? Okay, Generation X. All right, in the building. 7 classes from earning my degree. Okay, yes, congratulations. That's right. Yeah, you were studying. I remember. Oh my gosh, yes, we have so much to catch up on. Yes. All right. Cool. 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 All right. So, um, all right. So the friends category is the first one. Um, in friends, for those who have the definition, a friend is a person that you know very well and share a mutual bond of non-sexual affection with. All right. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 this week, I would rate mine a 7, and I would say that I've been able to connect. The reason why I chose a 7 this week, you guys feel free to drop your numbers in the chat for those who want to participate. I would say that I've had an opportunity to connect with a few friends here at and looking forward to connecting with more. Okay. Done, done. Hey, Vanessa. So glad to see you. Yes, so that was one of the friends I've connected with, and I'm super excited to connect for the I guess it's the Latinx because you know I've been practicando mi español, so I mean I'm obviously still nowhere close to where I need to be, but it will be very exciting to at least You know, just try to speak whatever I can and see how that goes. Wait, it's like, ah. Sí, sí. Oh, man. Okay, so moving to the next category um, for the Wheel of Life this week is the health. Health is next. So, um, health is subcategorized by has two subcategories. So the first subcategory is I'm sorry, mental health, and the other category is yeah, physical health. So subcategory one, mental health. Subcategory two, physical. I'm going to start with the mental health. Okay, and Joe says friends is okay, 7 out of 10. I need to get better at connecting with my friends between work, business, and family. I've not been as okay, like connected. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, man. You know, life. This is what happens in life. We just have so many moving parts, and it's so difficult to kind of like stay connected the way that we want to. But I think the fortunate side of it is the fact that, like, everybody, we all are going through life simultaneously. So I think the fact that life is just a thing that we all have in common that we're going through, there can be some empathy in that. So, hey, Charles. Great seeing you. Oh, I'm so glad everybody's like joining in today. I love it. It's like so many people I haven't seen in such a long time. Um, okay, so the next category. So mental health is the next category that we are reflecting on. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 representing the absolute worst that we've ever felt, 10 representing the absolute best that we've ever felt in our life. How are you feeling about your mental health? And while you guys are typing your numbers and responses in the chat, I'll read off the definition. So, mental health is a person's state of mind and emotional well being. All right. So, I will give my response and then I'll read you guys' responses after. I would say for this week, my mental health, I would say an 8. I think I'm about an 8 out of 10 this week. And I would say, despite uh, a few unfortunate events that have taken place within this last week, I have managed to use a few of my EQ strategies to bring my number up to an 8 this week. Wonderful. Okay, so okay, Joe says mental health is a 7 out of 10. Been feeling overwhelmed lately. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Is that from like business and like just doing a lot? And yes, I can definitely relate to feeling overwhelmed. For me, it definitely has been business and just pivoting. So pivoting in business has really been a challenge, but uh, obviously that's what the conference is for, to help with that part of the situation. You know, to get the supports that I need. All right. While you typing your your info in the chat, excuse me, I'll move on to the other subcategory, which is physical health. So, for physical health, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your physical health? And by physical health, I mean person's state of being with regards to their organs and body system functions. Okay. I would say, let's see, for my physical health, well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what's going on with these. Whatever's going on with these beats, it is not fun. And I don't really like the fact that um, it has been limiting my ability to walk comfortably, and especially being at a conference. I mean, I've taken some meds to kind of help with that process, but it's just the idea of like having to take medication to not feel the pain. I didn't think that was something that I had to deal with like now, but I guess it's happening. So keeping that part in mind, I would say, oh man, I don't know, maybe let's say 6 out of 10 because I have to do quite a bit of walking this week, and that's been kind of like a bothersome situation right now. So I would put 6 because he's giving some issues recently. And having to walk through throughout the hotel during conference has been quite challenging. All right. Okay. Oh, you want to join live? You can. Yes, of course you can join. Hold on, let me get you in here. Let's see. All right. Audrey says 5. Okay, 5 out of 10. Okay, okay. What makes you say that? Hey. Uh-oh. You chilling? You hanging out in it? Oh, that's what's up. I'm glad you popped in. Somebody else supposed to pop in, but they weren't no show, so it's all good. You took their place. Uh, but yeah. Okay. Wait, so you don't wanna you just popping in just to say, "Hey," or you wanna actually give numbers? Like, you give numbers? Right now we're doing physical health. Uh-huh. Mhm. Okay. Right, right, right. Mhm. Oh, wow, yeah. Right, right. Mhm. Mm. Right, right. Of course. Yeah. Okay, and I'm glad you actually mentioned that because, you know, men's health. I forgot somebody I was speaking with earlier. I was talking about that. Between my dad and my brother, who I dedicated this workbook to, and this work that I'm doing, they struggle with keeping up with their health. And so that I feel like that's something that's not really spoken about as often as it should be because it's a thing. Like it's real life. And, going through different health screenings ahead of time is very important. Like, obviously, I know you know that I had lost my uncle earlier this year, and he probably would not have survived as long as he did had he not taken the time out to get a screening. And he was proactive. I mean, it was kind of a little later on in his life, but he knew that he was a smoker, for example, and he went to go get his lungs checked out. And from just doing a random screening, like the doctors never really asked him, and being that I know you have the background with the formerly incarcerated uh, individuals, he was someone who was formerly incarcerated, and so it was always a challenge for him to really kind of like get back into the groove of everyday life, everyday living. And I'm sure you probably could attest to healthcare, the quality of healthcare in the prison system. Right. And then thinking about like going through that lifestyle for so many years and then finally getting released and having to go through that major life transition of healthcare checkups on the outside and how much more yeah, like, it's not really a norm, so it's like, okay, like, what does that actually look like? What are the steps? Like, sometimes people don't think about that. They just see people like, "Okay, you do X amount of years," or whatever, and it's like, "Okay, time served," but, like, no. Health right. Exactly, physical mhm. Right. Exactly. Right. Mm, right. Right. Mhm. Right. Right. Mhm. Yeah. Right, and the financial part of it as well, to get the proper coverage because depending on which healthcare you may have or not have will determine the quality of the, treatment that you get, and yeah. Oh, man, so many different, scenarios and different yeah, we probably dive super deep just in this category alone of or subcategory of physical health, um, after in the years after incarceration. Um, but even men in general, even if they've not ever been incarcerated, just men's health and men's mental health is next month. But physical health, I'm sure, obviously there's a toll, like as you were saying, takes a toll mentally because a lot of times they do, unfortunately, drug abuse is a part of a coping mechanism for mental, exhaustion or whatever, like, to regulate mental health. So that's I'm glad you like brought that up because that was I kind of forgot about that part, of the yeah. All right, so we definitely gotta have like a live for next month because it's Men's Mental Health Month, and that is so important for them to know that, like, we're not just call it a month. Like, no, we're gonna actually take some time out to really have those conversations and open up about, you know, what supports are available for them to get the, the medical side situated. Yeah. Cool, cool. All right. I'm excited, Joe. I'm so glad that you're on here. All right. Yeah. About that while he gonna get jealous. Tell him, listen, he's out partying right now. Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. All right. So the next category is family. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your family category? And but before you respond, I just want to give the definition for everybody, all the rest of the people who are watching. So, family are a group of people who are there for you in times of need, joy, and sorrow. They help you to grow and to figure out who you really are. So, just want to throw that part out there before we respond. And I'll let you go first, since you're my guest of the night. Oh, you type. Oh, okay. You still typing it in. All right, cool. All right, so all right, so since you're gonna type it in, then I'll do mine first, so that way I give everybody else a chance to do that. And I saw you, Audrey. I know you said 5 for your friends category, 5 out of 10. You said because you don't have many friends. Well, we here for you, Audrey. You join the crew. All right, so for family, to be honest with you, I feel like right this week is about a 9 out of 10 because FinCon has always had a family type of vibe. It feels like such a reunion to like reconnect with everybody, especially after having other meetups at different times throughout the year. So I would say for my family category, I would say 9 out of 10. I would say because all of the FinCon family reunion vibes. Okay. All right, and well, actually, more like reading that score. But okay, so you said 9 out of 10, and that you feel very good about family and the place that you're in. Cool, cool. Hey, Anthony. All right, you finally decided to join us. All right, cool, cool. Let's see you. Are you participating? Are you dropping your numbers in the chat? Let's see. Move on to the next category on the YouTube side. And the next category is fun or slash recreation. All right, so fun, aka recreation, I'll do the definition first, involves one or more activities of enjoyment, amusement, or lighthearted pleasure. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your fun category? You said I didn't send the link. I did send the link. Did I not send the link? Yeah, I sent the link. It's all right though. Listen, I didn't send the link to Joe. He's on here. I took a picture of the thing. Oh, I forgot. Oh gosh, this guy, you're not an iPhone person. You can't even copy paste the link in the picture. No, you gotta upgrade your life. What's that about that wallet? Cool. Okay, let's chat one second. All right, cool. Um, okay, so you said 9 out of 10, Joe. Okay, been traveling a lot lately. Bahamas, Vegas, North Carolina. Yes, those pictures was like, I love living vicariously through social media. Like, it's a time when you just feel like you want to go somewhere, and it's like, yeah, you're not gonna make it there, but you get to see other people enjoy. Like, I'm a person, I enjoy seeing other people enjoy themselves. So, yes, that's always. And, okay, about that wallet says 10 out of 10. Okay, for the fun category, meeting me in person. Oh, yes, right, yes, for the first time ever. That's what's so amazing, honestly, about, just social media and, like, doing virtual events and things like that. Like, you really get to build connection with people even before you physically meet them in person. And so it's like once you actually meet them, then it just enhances the experience of, like, connecting and really kind of gaining momentum with, what next to do, and especially on the business level, like, okay, like, how can we collaborate and really pull together and expand on the business side of things. We seen Drake said, "No, iPhone is not the." What are you talking? Okay, you know what? Forget y'all. Anyway, how do you have an iPhone and you saying iPhone is not the move? Well, it is to get to the link, but it's all right. I have a live person today, so it's all good. He can wait until next week. All right. So, what would I say for my fun category tonight? Well, they have a lot of fun just connecting with so many people. Um, and yeah, I would say 9 out of 10. So I enjoyed connecting with all the Finconners. I don't know if that's a word. Oh, and my family. Right. And my family as well prior to the conference. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. Uh-oh, don't say that. Here we go. This iPhone is not the move. Don't be hating, okay? Don't hate on Team iPhone. He said, iPhone is messing with my mental health. What? Android all the way. Oh God, now you got my mom up in this. Talk about the Android. Oh Lord. That's right, Joe. Team iPhone all day, every day. It's all right. We'll get you a therapist for your mental health. We'll get you linked up. We got a couple of them that, in the building. All right. All right. So the next category is education. Education. So, education, start with the definition, is the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, typically at a school or a university, for an enlightening experience. All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your education category for this week? I would say, well, to be honest with you, quick little story time. Just a few minutes before I got on live, I was talking with um, a representative. I won't name drop the company, but a representative from a company that was educating me various ways that I can continue to strategize the next level of development for um, the Dads and Grads Academy. So I'm super excited to hopefully have that collaboration uh, go through because I did not realize how many other different avenues I could take with based on what I already have, and during this pivoting process, how I can be able to really add more value to, excuse me, what's already structured. So, so I learned, I literally learned a bunch of info minutes before I joined tonight. So I'll say that learning about next level business pivot strategies has boosted my level for this week. I will say, all right. So, okay, you say I think of education more broadly. Okay, I have a morning ritual that starts with reading several pages of a business or personal development. I'll say 9 out of 10. Okay, Joe. All right, 9 out of 10. And I like that. What book is it that you say is my thing? You guys can hear me, right? Okay. This thing was giving me the little death ring. Well, the loading, I guess. Okay. Oh no. All right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. All right. Let me read. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ah. Ah. Right. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. All right. Mom says 9 out of 10. Able to do homework with my grandson and learning myself. Okay. That's cool. Let's see. And how this thing keeps circling like that. I don't know. Okay. In any all right. So the next category is personal growth. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, uh, how are you feeling about your personal growth for this week? And just to read the definition, personal growth is the process of an individual becoming aware of self in its entirety, followed by taking the steps to address behaviors, attitudes, values, actions, and their habits as they wish that they wish that they wish. All right. So personal growth, I would say for this week, um, let me see, where am I at? Personal growth, I would say maybe a 7 because not all of my personal growth has been. Uh, some of my personal growth has been pretty painful, to be honest with you, and it's not, you know, it's not always as uh, uh, the hype is not always what it seems. Everything isn't always, and so obviously I've been documenting the process as I go along, and eventually I'll have that out there. But just kind of taking time out to process self first. It's quite interesting as a business owner because a lot of times, in business, your job literally every day is to serve others. And so having to balance serving others while still being aware of yourself and also learning and growing from the people that you are serving, um, and having to pivot and change certain things you had as a vision originally, it's quite an interesting experience because not every part of it was expected. So it's a lot of unexpected changes happening, and but you know, there's always the positive and negative sides to everything. So there's been quite a few negatives, but there have been positives that have developed from the negatives, like good problems. I've been in a lot of good problems, I guess. But all right, so I would say overall, been challenging experiences as a as budding entrepreneur. Um, there has been some great enhancements as I continue to grow. All right, cool. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So you said, all right, personal growth. For you, 8 out of 10. Okay, always growing. Gotcha. Okay, right. And you can resonate exactly what I'm saying because yeah, this thing is sometimes growth can be painful and having to make adjustments. I think really because by me having such an old school type of mentality, like I don't really mess with technology. So and as a millennial, right, as a millennial, it's like, okay, I should be amongst the group of generation that, I could really fly high with the technology skills, and that just is not the case yet. Yet. Overall, I am getting much better, but it's a very painful process of trusting. But it made me realize that, part of me not trusting technology is me not trusting myself because being the person that has to input the technology will only do whatever it is that you input into that technology for the most part. And there may be some exceptions, but that it's made me have to like self-reflect on like, okay, so what is it about myself that I'm not trusting, and why don't I trust myself? Whatever it is that needs to be automated because that's literally like that's what's happening with the volume. Like I can't keep doing everything the traditional way. Like I have to really push and go toward the automation side. And so, but then just that the trust issue, and also being able to trust that other people's personal information doesn't get compromised. I think that's another issue that I have with technology. 'Cause it's like every time I turn around, there's some sort of company that has some glitch or whatever in the system. It's like, nah, I need to know. I'm like overprotective about o- other people's personal information. So like, what's going on with these glitches? How could I avoid the glitches? So there's a lot of different layers, different levels to this. But yeah, that's my response for this. All right. So the next category is love life. So, 2 subsections. First one is self-love, and the second one is romantic love. So, first, obviously, we start with self-love because that's what love is for you. So, uh, self-love is the act of treating yourself with kindness and respect, nurturing your growth and well-being. All right. So as y'all type in the chat, I will say my self-love category this week would rate my category, I would say, I don't know, I'm at like an 8. Um, and I'm say learning how to extend grace for my failure and shortcomings um, in this growing process of life as a business owner. Well, and individual. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. It's cool. Okay. Self love, 9 out of 10. Okay. Always room for improvement. Yes, I would say that too. Because that for one thing I like about that is like it shows humility. A lot of people realize are very perfectionist driven. So sometimes they feel like there's nothing more that they can do. And it's ultimately that's where you stop growing. So okay. So the next category is romantic love life. And romantic love is the act of courtship behaviors of one person to express their overall feelings of attraction towards another. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your romantic love life this week? All right. So romantic love is okay, 8 out of 10. My wife and I have been married for nearly 20 years. What? Okay. Wow. Okay, and recently talked about keeping the spark alive. Aw. Yeah, shout out to wifey. Hey. I hope she's alive. If not, fast forward to this part. That's amazing. Listen, oh my goodness. I was just talking to people about just marriage and the process. Well, for me, it was divorce, like going through divorce and how that transition was very challenging and what I could have probably done different in the marriage, besides not being so young, but that was uncontrollable. But yeah, like marriage, I don't think enough. Oh, it was my cousin. I was telling her and her husband, like a lot of times people don't realize how how many different like there could literally be a checklist of what different things need to be covered for getting into marriage life, because I think she was saying something about something to the effect of like her daughter, marrying whomever she was with, and I was like, wait, so I know she's still in her 20s, and she has a child or whatever, but I'm like, yeah, like there's a lot of stuff to cover, and certain things like what are the values in line as far as like what you want for your children, or if you have a blended family, like how does that look? You know, when your out children from previous relationships are about the same age, and obviously they're gonna they may be treated differently depending on, what their connections like. And like one child may get away with a lot more than the other child. And it's like, well, because I'm the parent and this is what I say. And that person, like, they got to learn the hard way versus the other parent is more like, no, go ahead, to borrow the card. It's like, "What?" Like, certain things like that when the kids become adults, it's like, yeah, that could become problematic because, you both as a couple could have had an agreement that you're gonna get a vehicle, a house, whatever, but then life happens for the adult children, and now it's like, okay, well, there are different viewpoints that may have not necessarily been discussed prior to marriage. So I, I, and uh-huh.
I was just trying to briefly.
Mhm.
Not a situation. We don't argue anything together. Not that we have a we have a
Mhm.
relationship. But so I have my little she's 11. And
Okay.
every couple of months she'll spend the weekend with us and stuff. This is my first cousin square.
Okay.
So um so and I so you're not gonna laugh, that's tight. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, because this was an indigenous day that
Okay.
weekend, right?
Okay.
Right. So say 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mhm.
But anyway, so my little cousin was like, oh, wake me up for breakfast. She stays up all night. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna wake you up because I don't want to wake you up. You need to get your rest.
Mhm.
So anyways, we didn't wake up. We had breakfast still together. And
Mhm.
she got up later, and so we had some cereal.
Mhm.
And when she woke up, and she left room, so I went to her and I was like, breakfast, we had some cereal.
Gotta make it clear.
Fruity Pebbles. That was a big thing when I was growing up. That's expensive. Fruity Pebbles. So got us Fruity Pebbles. Now she doesn't want it. She's like, I don't want cereal. I was like, we ate them. That's
Oh.
set out the plate. Bowl, it's the double bowl, the cereal. So I said, anyway. So I said to my cousin, okay. I said, oh. She was like, oh, I'm hungry. I eat cereal all the time. So I sympathized with her. I was like, okay. I said, do you want, would you like fruit? I said, yeah, we do fruit and stuff, for breakfast. So,
Right.
and so she was like, yeah. So we go to the kitchen.
Okay.
Get some fruit. My wife was not happy because we said cereal. She said cereal. It's like, not like she's strict or stern or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's like,
Right.
we said cereal. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
that's what it is. We didn't
Right.
have those options and choices. Coming up. Yeah, I was cute. So I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, we got money for food.
Mhm.
Then I noticed my wife, I could feel it, right? I'm like,
Mm.
big long so I said to my cousin, I was like, it's
Okay.
my wife was not happy. She was like, we gotta be on the same page. Right. We gotta be on the same page. Mixed signals, right? You're saying this to your eyes, and then now, like,
Right.
like basically, I forgot what she said. Basically, I'm like the softer one, so to speak, right?
Right. Right.
Girls usually, I don't want to, I'm generalizing, but the girls would go to the daddy.
Of course.
Go to the guys and stuff like that.
Right.
And so she's like, no, we got to put your face. I said, I was like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I didn't think it was a big deal. We do have, so, but she's like, yeah, but if you think you can get away with you, she will try you, and it's just not.
Right.
She didn't use the word. Like her, not intentionally. That's
Right.
the only thing to say that relationships are one, and communication is important. And to your point,
Mhm.
any assumptions or the way you think about stuff or operate, you need to communicate about it. So,
Right.
okay, I hear what you said. It's not and I'm not saying I was just agreeing.
Mhm.
It's a valid point. So, in the future, I was for the Christmas, like after Christmas, mom is going to Vegas. So,
Oh.
no, it's like,
Aw. Okay.
if you want to eat something else, you get up early. All night, watching Netflix and all this other stuff. And, but another thing I'll say is that, it's like in relationship, what I learned a long time ago is that everything
Right.
anytime, either party, like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just being aware that you're making a choice and
Yes.
be happy with your choice. So
Mhm.
I talk about what how to things.
Yeah. Yeah, because to be honest with you, that's a great show. Like I'm curious to know how lunch and dinner went because to your point,
No, no.
kids like
No,
to
after that, no,
they
we
like to
were
play
good.
sides.
Yeah, no, we once it's we established everything,
Okay.
yeah, we good. One thing I can say about my wife and I, we always say smile. It's not about getting to the right,
Mhm.
getting to the right place that you want for both of us.
Right.
It's not about making the other person wrong. I'm being honest. We have stuff like we don't have a lot of issues. I cannot say that.
Mhm.
But we've had our share of stuff. 20 years is a long
That's
time.
what I'm saying, right. Yeah, that's a lot of life
Right?
transitions happening.
Yeah. So, but
Mhm.
for the most part, we both easy. Yes, we both. I mean, you and my wife, we're both independent,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So we're like interdependent, right? So it's not
Mm.
like So it's not like we get. The truth is that each of us can we won't get upset. And I'm not
Right.
talking about as financially. I'm talking about as an adult, as mature adults,
Right,
right?
right, right, right.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for that. Again, we've had our share of challenges. Could have been over. Right?
Mhm.
We've had a few, not a lot, but we had a few.
Right.
And we keep talking. Right? We were reading. We will give you reading together.
Okay.
It's late, but it's a
Okay.
relationship book. It's really good. It pushes the envelope. I will say that.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah. I mean, some stuff in it, because it's oh yeah, it's called she got copies of both of us, so we read chapter a week.
Nice. Right.
Each chapter. We've done that over the years, different types of topics. We've done
Mhm.
that over the last 20 years.
Mhm. Mhm.
Several books like that, and that's very helpful. I mean, we read like we're underscoring things, highlighting something, and talking through. I was telling the other day, it's called mating. I think it's called mating in captivity, something like that. Mating
Hmm.
in captivity. The idea is that I think the premise of the book that I want you to read
Mhm.
is how do you basically how in a long term relationship, whether
Mhm.
it's a marriage or not, how basically how it can become stale, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I can
Mhm.
become stale. You get the routine and we've experienced some of that. I'm quick to be like, yeah, we got this. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm younger than my wife. Right? We got so, but
Right.
anyway, it's made
Mhm.
and the author, I think the author is European, and it's interesting because she talks about how Europeans in general, so many countries, but
Mhm.
Europeans in general, how the thinking about relationships and is really getting into not just relationships, but it's getting to where adults is getting to sex,
Mhm.
sexuality, all that type of stuff like that,
Mhm.
and how we view it differently over here in the States as
Mhm.
opposed to Europeans in general. And so really make you
Yeah.
reconsider, to be honest, like kind
Mhm.
of like how you operate, how you think about things,
Mhm.
you know, in terms of sex and sexuality, stuff like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's interesting piece. So it's mating in captivity. But
Okay.
the idea is that how do you make you keep the, these are my words, how to keep this spark alive, how to keep it fresh, so to speak,
Mhm.
while in committed marriage. That's where the captivity part feel bound.
Right.
Like you don't have, like I was saying one last thing, like for example, the chapter we just read was like, well, but then, because it talks about fantasies, right?
Mhm.
It talks about how she talks about how all of us we have fantasies, whatever that may be,
Mhm.
but how it's not so. It's basically like it's something. It's normal. Like it's normal to do
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Now whether or not you act on them or something like that is a different story. We
Mhm.
all have thoughts, right? Even
Right.
some are fleeting, some are not fleeting. You know what I'm saying? Like some people act out or they make
Right.
center stage.
Like how they have like the swingers type of setup and stuff like that
Yeah, so talk about that,
with couples or
like hit it right on the head. So,
uh-huh.
right. So whether it's that or like one part something like that, like people fantasy, they may not communicate.
Mhm.
You may not communicate to your partner,
Right,
but you
right,
have
right.
thoughts, right? You have thoughts, man and woman, not just
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Uh,
And but then they talked about other ways to quote unquote negotiate that stuff. And I don't mean like, oh, you have to act. I don't know if that's right. That's,
okay.
I mean, meaning when I say to,
Like articulate the
yeah, I'll take it, right?
okay.
Talk about it, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so I still like to say that it's a really it had be like this is first time in a book like this. Like
Mhm.
she hears something on it be got the book.
Oh,
And so we last several months because we missed a couple of weeks, we discuss it on Sundays and stuff.
okay.
And I've been doing a lot of traveling. So
Right.
okay. Yeah. But we're nearing the end, one more chapter. And I keep telling myself, I'm glad you got it because, to be honest, as much as we are right now very good communicators, the written word and verbally, right,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
always been core of our relationship, to be honest.
Mhm.
Like us, I was writing letters. That's how we met.
Wow.
Yeah, from the
Right.
outside. I met her. She married me while I was inside.
Wow.
From corresponding. And then
Mm.
one thing led to another. Almost 20 years, January 21st.
Wow.
Never been married.
Congratulations. Right, right, yo.
Yes, we've been doing this. This is the longest either of us have been in a relationship.
Wow.
But yeah, I say all the same. Really, really good And it's books like this and other books that different topics that really gives, allows us to see different aspects of each other. Like
Mhm.
we would normally talk about those type of fantasies and those type of things. We probably wouldn't consider it's like
Taboo.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Mhm.
yeah, anyway, so I don't want to take it too much of that. But yeah, it's a good read, and I think that people talk about communication being the key to relationship. It really is, and it's not
Mhm.
just about people talking at each other. It's about people listening to each other, really hearing not just the words, but the tonality,
Right.
kind of emotional
Mm.
charge, so to speak, that's behind the words.
Mhm.
And like I said, it's not about being right, but it's about getting to right. I hold that daily. Like, so I'm never trying to make
Mm.
ever, ever. I may
Right.
not agree with what she says or whatever, but it's not like it's like okay, so
Yeah, it's a part of life. Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a fun life. But let me just see. Okay, that's your way of looking. I said, oh, okay, I didn't think of it like that. In fact, I tried to see things through her, whether I agree with
Okay.
it or not. I start
Mhm.
from there. That's the foundation. Yeah. It's like yeah,
Yeah.
see what you say. It's like okay, I didn't consider that. And I may say I see things
Mm.
different. I see it, and
Mhm.
she's and then we go back and forth. So I think that's what so
I was just about to ask, like, is
yeah,
that yeah, one of the key factors in the
yeah,
longevity of yeah,
yeah. I'm not trying to
marriage.
make it wrong. This is saying
Mhm. Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
All right, let me see. Hold on, let me see what everybody else is typing in. All right. My mom says, my self love 10 out of 10. I love myself to show love to others. Okay. Oh, she says, wonderful. Congratulations
Right,
for
thanks,
your
thanks.
20 years. Okay. And some other people joined in. Okay. Cool, cool. That's great. Like to get that perspective because yeah, there were a few people. Unfortunately, some people have already begun the divorce process. So I was helping, just to give some words of wisdom. I'll say, um, just of what to expect in the days, weeks, years preceding that. But I'm glad you were able to give the opposite perspective of the longevity of marriage and how to kind of like keep it going. What are some different, um, routines that you can have? So having the routine of learning together is definitely helps because it allows you to see different perspectives from other cultures, but also within each other. Like how do you interpret the other cultures' like processes and ideologies and theories as each as individuals. So that's pretty awesome. I might have to notate that just in case I end up getting married one day.
One last thing I'll say about
Right.
is one thing we talked about, which will is because, like I say, it becomes sad. That's the reality. Like in long
Mhm.
term, it becomes and it feels that way sometimes. I'll be honest. For her, for
Mm,
me, that's just even when in
yeah.
other words, you don't have to have drama in a
Mhm.
relationship for things to feel sad, right?
Uh-huh.
My wife is retired. I work full time. I got the business, got the marriage, got family, families like that. And so one thing, sometimes that what happens is the routine, the daily routine,
Mhm.
squeeze out the passion, so to speak, right?
Right.
And we talk about that. We don't talk about it all the time. It comes up. We talk about it before things go off the cliff, so to speak. Like, okay, wait a minute, let's talk. What's happening? Like
Uh-huh.
that. But anyway, so one of the things he suggested, and I said, I love the idea. We traveled. We just came back from Vegas a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
Then I have my business trips and stuff, family trips. And so, but one of the things he suggested is go to different places within New York City alone. Meaning
Okay.
there's lots of stuff, as you know,
Yes.
all over the city.
And it changes with the seasons, right?
I mean, we got 5 of them. It's a lot of things going on. A lot of some free, some low cost, things to see, experiences like that. And I was like, that's a good point. I said, I'm like, this is big. Spreadsheet.
Of course.
Visit or experience. So we're gonna start doing that twice a month. So
nice.
we're gonna go to different places and stuff. And that's something I love that idea. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's one way to have a team of me going to work, coming home, she's home, what she does, and then we read that 5 days a week work, and then the weekends,
Yeah.
So it's like let's prioritize us experiencing each other in the city that we love, the city that we live in,
right?
And let's do it together. So,
yeah. Oh man, that's amazing. So I have a question. As far as like you making the spreadsheets and everything, is that something that she looks forward to, or you notice like is it the opposite? Because I know some depending
I
on.
think she looks forward to because we have the reason why I do that is because we actually have another spreadsheet that created early on in the pandemic, and it's this is the way my mind thinks. I mean, she would, but when we talked about travel, we've been all over the place. Rico, Puerto Rico, there's a lot of places we haven't been, but we literally going off the spreadsheet, different places that we want to visit all over the world.
Okay.
All over the world. So we have Africa. Well, the way I broke it down was not by continent, but it's like, okay, U.S., Caribbean, Europe, Africa, blah, blah, blah. So we have a spreadsheet. We did this about, I don't know, 4 years ago. And so we have a list of it. So we're like going down the list. I didn't in particular order.
Okay.
But it's like, okay, but we're essentially checking boxes. Like, okay,
right, like a bucket list.
So I just took that and said, okay, we can use that same concept and do it for New York City. Is that that whole bunch of stuff is popular in New York City.
Yes,
right?
Yes, all the time.
If you want to be intentional about it.
Right.
So that's so she's all for it. She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's great because I know sometimes people because I'm a visual person similar to yourself, so sometimes when I do the spreadsheets, it's like the predictability. It kind of could kill things, like kill the excitement of doing things. But this is what was told to me. I don't know.
When you say predictability, are you talking about like not having spontaneity? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like creating a spreadsheet. Like so, usually when I'm traveling, but I've done it mostly with the children. I mean, I've done it in dating also, but mostly with my kids. Like okay, well, at 8 o'clock we have this, and then 9:30 we're going here, and the spreadsheet tells the story of like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is the time we're doing it. If things kind of spill over, okay, we can leave some room for some changes, but you have the whole week that's already predicted. So it's like, this is what we're doing versus saying like, okay, we're going to, like you said, Costa Rica. And it's like, okay, well, we're just going. And whatever we do when we get there is whatever we do when we get there. And that kind of like creates a certain level of excitement. But in my world, it does the opposite. It's like it creates a feeling of anxiety because it's like, we need to check the place out, find out what's what, what language do they speak, what's the history, how we get there.
We do that.
Right.
She's retired time, so she's a lot more thorough than I am as far as research. Like we say, when there's something, she's like looking up. Is this going on?
Okay.
So it compliments that way.
Right. That's what I was getting to. Okay.
Make shit up. You just go to something. You know what I'm saying? No.
Right.
It's going we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So like for example, well, it's a little different.
Mhm.
So now I have a reference, and now I'm like, okay, we can do this, we can do that, blah, blah. So yeah, and then she'll
Right.
whatever research she does,
Mhm.
she'll do. Another one that's on it's on both our lists. It is on our spreadsheet. Is West Africa, right? So
Ah.
somewhere in 2025, she's lived not in West Africa, East Africa. She was in the time.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
West Africa, she's getting up in the age, and I'm like, like let's have that experience. Let's do it.
Mhm.
So next year we so far it's looking like January. Bahamas is the plan
Mhm.
because we haven't booked it yet, and then Jamaica is on the list.
Okay.
I love the Caribbean. Period. I love
Yeah,
Caribbean.
yeah, yeah. For sure.
Jamaica, we don't know when, but we'll do that. And then West Africa. At a minimum, those three next year. There
Okay.
might be some small ones or something.
Yeah, 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 for
Yeah.
sure. No, that's cool. That's what's up. It's good that you guys still can complement each other in the
Yeah.
process in your individuality, which is
Yeah.
always it's always a plus. So that's cool. See, I gotta get like y'all when I get older. Shoot. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. No, but having with someone called the stick to itness
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
a
That
very
we
big
can be
difference.
in it for the long haul.
Right.
Despite, like I said, that's just the truth. Then we have different personalities.
Mm,
I've grown. I don't want to take a long time, but I'll say
mm,
this:
mm,
I've grown a lot over the years in that regard. Meaning, I'm just being very transparent now that there was a time when, and I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was pointing out, like just in conversations, how our personalities are different, right?
mm, mm.
And she pointed out, like, hey, pointing this out, like, as if something's wrong with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying that, but, then it would
Uh,
not grow. So that comes with relationships too.
mhm,
I was questioning compatibility, but
mm,
I think it's about maturity on my part. That's what
mhm.
about accepting her personality.
Right. Yeah,
Right. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Mhm,
yeah, it's like because I was operating. This is I'm talking maybe 10 years ago.
mhm.
Operating from what I was accustomed to, like what I grew up with, like with a certain not personality, personality, some energy, stuff like that, with
Mhm.
communicating and all that. It's like it's you know what I'm saying? My wife is this is what it
Right.
is.
Right. Right.
And then I don't mean that like in terms of like settling anything. It's more so she is. I mean that's what it is. She doesn't. She's not. I'm sure she's got issues with some of my kids. Right?
Right.
So
Right.
she doesn't bring it up. So
Yeah.
that's all part of acceptance and appreciating people for how they present, how they show up.
Right. Yeah. I think that's one of the most important parts of personal growth is learning that acceptance piece. Despite how sometimes it may trigger you at times, but just being able to identify like, okay, this is something that may trigger me because it's like this quirk that it's like, okay, maybe not, you might not have necessarily identified it in the beginning, or sometimes I guess sometimes it could develop over time, and then it's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, that's not. This is something that can be worked through, and it's not like it's like a make or break type of scenario. Like unfortunately, in some relationships and scenarios that um, the marital issues are like it can be detrimental to the other partner. And so, that's where the challenge comes in at like, okay, well, how do I know what is manageable versus what is just kind of like a non-negotiable?
That is
Which,
true. That is true.
yeah, but, but yeah, I see a few more people jumping in here. Hey, I know we're about to wrap up. We have a few more, like two more categories. Oh, I didn't even put mine in. I don't know. I think for my romance, I'm neutral right now. I'm just focused. Yeah, focused on these big business pivots. That takes up more than enough of my because I noticed that as well. Like sometimes you get too like in the whimsical phase of things, it's like it can knock you off your game with your on the business side. So I'm sure I'm sure at times that could be challenging too, like having to balance the
No,
marriage and
that's
business.
yes, it can get squeezed out. So
Right.
glad that she's very supportive.
That part.
Still, it's important to me to be mindful, to make sure we're staying connected. And, you know what I'm saying? That yeah,
Right.
we're not. It happens. I'm telling you, it happens. It's like,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then yeah, yeah. If we have
Mhm.
feel this.
Mhm.
I've reached something, something like that. You
Mhm.
know, and then I do is listen, and then try to put things, not make excuses, but try to put things in context to talk
Mhm.
about how again, no excuses, but this, that, but all this other stuff. And she was what we concluded, what we realized was that she was all the one that I was trying to live through her. And for her part, she was trying to accommodate me. Right? I'm my spouse, I'm my husband. So she
Yeah.
was trying to do all this other stuff to make me happy, so to speak.
Mhm.
And what we were unconsciously doing was, for lack of a better phrase, is undoing the marriage. Right? Yeah.
Mm.
So this is like in 2008, and then we like, wait a minute. And she said something that has stayed with me since then. And
Mhm.
she said, because she got to a point where it was like frustrated. I didn't appreciate it, but I'm like, again, trying to live through it. So I'm trying to operate as if I'm in the streets still, making moves. And it was
Mm.
her. I'm just
Right.
the mastermind behind the social.
Mhm.
And so she said, it's our marriage makes the business work, not the other way around. The business doesn't work, makes the marriage work. It's the marriage. Our marriage has to come first, and everything else can flourish from there.
Mm.
And I never forgot that. Right?
Wow.
Absolutely right. We both need to be aware of that because I'm trying to live through you, and you're trying to accommodate that.
Right.
And
Right.
being,
Right.
the quote unquote good wife or whatever, however you frame it. But how you
Mhm.
can do all that and then not realize that you're making sacrifices for the
Right.
marriage.
Right.
Yeah, so there's stuff like that. We talk, definitely example, model, and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
would
that
say that.
that is awesome. That's amazing. That like I hope you guys at some point have like help other couples, younger married couples work through their process. Like, 'cause just I don't think the downside and what's worse, like how or worse, like everybody knows what better is. But what is the worst, and how do you navigate that? You know, to reach the longevity of forever. But that's and right with business, that takes a of a person's life in which opportunities for progression exist. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, and I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know what my connection is not connecting properly. Let's see. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your career category for this week? And I will do mine. I'll say 8 out of 10, and I would say despite challenges this week, I have that with people who have been able to advise me on next step in this career field. Right. All right. So yes, that's my response. So you have had some challenges, ups, downs, all around, but ultimately, just connecting with people who have some sound advice definitely helps in this process of you know reassessing new opportunities. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and that was actually the last category before the next, well, the final planning process, goal slash planning. So, okay, all right. So he said, as far as work is concerned, I say, okay, 5 out of 10. I'm honestly not as engaged or motivated. However, but as far as business is concerned, I say a 7 out of 10. Okay, I'm at an impasse. Did I say that correctly? Oh, impasse. Oh, okay. Good.
And I went to one, but basically,
But
that.
go ahead.
Say I'm at, basically another word that I kind of use. It's like I'm at a crossroads. I think
Ah, gotcha.
decisions. Yeah. And
Mm.
that's the FinCon. And I think helpful that this is the first day, but it's
Mhm.
really making me that I need to narrow my focus. Right? Sometimes I can be all over the place. Because if I'm not honest with myself, yeah,
Yeah.
land is that, yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so I really need to be more laser focused. So that's kind of where I'm at. And
Right.
find work. I work at a law firm, law Manhattan.
Mhm.
I enjoy helping people, right? That's what I do. But not in this way. Like, I'd rather meaning, yeah, not in this way. So I connect clients to reentry services after
Okay.
during their incarceration. And it's important work and all that. But I'm somewhere else.
Mm.
Person, yeah, I just want to give 100% or a lot more to business stuff. So
Mhm.
it's challenging, to be honest. It's challenging trying to straddle both, trying to do both. It's
Yeah.
with the good good job, flexibility, good pay, good benefits, all checks most of the boxes. Except I don't want to be there. I really don't. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's like feels that way. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like now it feels like drudgery. Like literally, I'm like I'm looking, and then
Mm.
I'll sometimes say like, is that like because black people can't get a job, don't have them,
Yeah, that's
right? So
true.
I'm mindful of that as well. But on the surface, but I'm not happy. I'm really, that's what I'm mad about. Like I said, this is an inflection point. I think that inflection point I have to make some serious decisions moving
Yeah.
forward.
Well, yeah, I would say, that being fulfilled in whatever it is that you do, it definitely, has its weak points, like weaker points. Like, yes, you can be fulfilled in doing something. However, you gotta like taking a full assessment of everything and how making pivots, like which is part of the ups and downs that I was talking about. How do those pivots now change the trajectory and change the whole process that you've been used to? And it's like almost parts put it back together.
Yeah,
And what does that look like? Everything just starts falling apart. And whereas in prior to making the pivot, things were kind of together. So even like, with the work environment, it's like, okay, is there a way to maybe not make it feel so yeah, like monotonous or whatever feeling comes and still be able to fulfill the purpose. And that there's that part of it as well. So I'll share a little transparent story time myself about just being a woman, a black female in finance. I'm noticing that not a lot of people really uh, respect that. They see it as a lot of males, I'll say the majority of the males, see it as an opportunity to just kind of like it's almost like a dating phase. I'm like, yeah, that's not what this is. you know, but but I get why. Well, I'm learning why that's a thing because they normally, like traditionally, they don't really have financial conversations, which that's why I was talking about. That was my talking point as far as like having a checklist prior to being in a relationship or being in a marriage. Like they don't have that type of conversation with their significant other or the person that they're going to go into, the rest of their life with. But then they'll come across somebody like me who it's a natural thing. So it's like, oh, okay, it's second nature. Like it almost feels effortless for them to discuss the financial hardships or whatever life transitions they're going through. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, well, traditionally, this is what they would be speaking with to like potential wife. And I'm like, yeah, me. not in, not in this context. You know what I'm saying? Like, it, yeah. So it was interesting because obviously it made me have to pivot because I'm like, okay, I don't want to. On one end, I don't want to where it's like, okay, uh, the only way that I can try to get these guys to pretty much talk to the person that they're supposed to be talking to is by kind of like tricking. I don't want to say tricking, but yeah, I don't want this to become
yeah, like
manipulation
sending mixed signals and
tactic.
stuff like that.
Right. But at the same time, I didn't realize that these are the qualities of a wife. And technically, yes, I was a wife. And so because I've had that mindset from a young age, like my children was like 21 when I got and now I'm 36. So the pattern, like I don't know, after I divorced, I never got out of the mindset of, like, not having a wifely type of thing because, part of being a wife is like having children, and I did have children. So it's like there are patterns that I didn't realize weren't the norm to like in the real world. Whereas me, I'm like a family individual. So it's like, okay, this is I take it very seriously. And yeah, so there was that part of it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is not gonna be too great for business because, I get it. Like I'm learning and it's like, yeah, you gotta kind of I had to figure out a way to still have purpose. But then I'm like, man, if I was just working a 9 to 5, this would be not an issue.
Right,
you
right.
know?
No, no, exactly. No,
Yeah.
those are choices. Those are choices, but it's like if you want to have clear boundaries, it's like and be mission focused and not track of the mission.
Right.
Other people reading some other stuff into
I
what
mean,
you're presenting, right? It's like I'm presenting financial literacy and wellness, among other things. Um,
yeah.
people can read other stuff into it.
Right.
That's
And
their stuff. That's not the truth.
right, understandable. And the thing is, like, I didn't realize, like, I don't how much I didn't really tap into social media. So my tapping into social media is doing this, right? Whereas other people's tapping into social media is watching uh manosphere and like all of these other, you know, elements of life and like what to do. And I like when you think about somebody who's really trying to figure life out in their life, like yes, the coaching side of it, that's a part of what I do is to help them figure out obviously to help them figure out life. But there's other entities that are out in the world that are not necessarily as mindful of who their audience is and what they're actually processing as this is what is, this is what's not. Like not everybody has the discernment to know what's BS from what's genuine. And so I guess I naturally have like there's no BS. My name used to be
Right.
truth. There's no BS here. So it's like, okay, well, we know this is it. So but in their mind it's like, this is it. Like, oh
I'm laughing because I know
yeah. Yeah, and it
man, yeah, I know. And I think some stuff sometimes it's, at the end of the day, it's what people bring into it. Like maybe a guy, and how what they bring into it. And some people might, like, kind of like to the point that, oh, she's talking, I cannot put this. Basically, another talking finances, and it may be something like they're not used to coming.
yes.
And I'm not trying to be funny, but coming from a woman,
Right,
right?
right.
And so to
Mhm.
hear that, I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. Can be appealing. It can be
Right.
appealing. It's like, oh wow, we're on the same page. And I can see you can be a partner. Like, and you're like, no, this is business. Like, I mean, you're not saying that, but it's like that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about.
Yeah. But in their mind, it's more of a return on investment where you get what I'm like, yeah, the mindset is different. So it's like,
That
okay.
mindset is different.
Yeah, because that's what I'm learning, like when you think about the dating arena, a lot of guys they'll spend a certain amount, X amount of dollars to date, just to date, and not necessarily get any substance, any
Right.
type of value from anybody. They're just dumping their money, right? But then you get a coach like me that they come across where I'm like, wait, first of all, I'm mindful of the fact that okay, if you're spending money, you should be getting value as from the career perspective, right? A business perspective is like, okay, this is you're paying for value. But I didn't it didn't register in my mind that like, oh, okay, there is different they have a different goal in mind that they didn't necessarily communicate, like, it's not necessarily
Right,
a part
right,
of the open agenda type of scenario,
right.
and I was like, "Oh my goodness, what is this?" Like, you know?
That's got to be something like that. Let's stick to what this is what this is about.
Yeah, but even at that, it's like, okay, well, how if I'm a known, person, right, a
Personal
financial
development, yeah.
wellness coach that works with multiple dads and grads, how does each individual person calculate this as them? You get what I'm saying? Like, how what is this calculation process? Because
Right.
there's no way everybody I could marry everybody. Like, if that was the scenario, if that was the case, like, how does it at what point is the logistics, like, coming into place? So this has been my biggest, um, challenge as, like, being transparent and talking about the career, barriers and boundaries where it's like, "Okay, well, man, I'm doing this full time, so I kinda, like, have to keep doing this." Whereas if I would've had a full-time job or, like, the 9 to 5 type of scenario, then I it would be probably have a different energy. Like, now I have nothing but time to dedicate to it versus if I had a 9 to 5, it'll be a different that in itself is a boundary to be like, "Okay, well, I'm shorter on time and this, that, whatever." Like, you know, I'm not as I don't wanna say dedicated, but it's just it is different, you know?
That's funny you say that though, because I haven't experienced it yet because I'm really
Mhm,
but I can see the opposite happening for me as a guy, right? To
mm,
personal finance, so um, I think the best way to put it. So I can see how a woman, let's say, might
mhm,
say, um, looking for a partner, looking for stability, things like that, traditional stuff, right?
mhm,
I don't mean that in a sexual way, just traditional stuff. Because
mhm,
you don't need a man for stability. A woman doesn't need that. But I'm just saying, I
mhm.
can see how a woman might say, okay, he's talking. In other words, it's an attractive quality,
Mhm.
I was say, oh, I've had sex together. He's, I can a mate in this version, right? So
Mhm.
the difference is that they also want to see that I'm married and I'm committed to my marriage. They see a ring is different, but I'm sure they are. And my wife and I have talked not about that per se, but
Mhm.
going back to the relationships and stuff that's intertwined
Mhm.
with the last 2 or 6 weeks or something like that. We had a conversation because the book made us think about it. Like that's why I said the chapter really brought up stuff. How to separate, and use a different word, but basically how to see your spouse as separate, something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, well, you're my wife. Can I see you separate? She was like, well, I can see you separate. But you're my husband. But, when you go out, and I imagine, I forgot how she said it, but apparently I imagine that, you do these different events, you do this and that, and some, you go with a guy, blah, blah, blah. And people, can be
Like a
attracted to, stuff
right.
like that. It's real.
Yeah.
And she's, yeah. So she let me know, like, not like, oh, I feel some way. She was like, I see you as, separate and distinct from me, from just being my husband. You're Joe, and you're whatever. So anyway, I say all that to say that,
Mhm.
for the most part, I can't think of off the top of my head, like, this where it's clear, like, was like.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff, you
Mhm.
joking all that stuff, that financial security, all that stuff. Just like, keep it real because it's real. Finances is crucial. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more I travel, to like speaking engagements and things like that, it's natural. And I would be
Right.
respectful. I would respect the wife, but yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
You're probably right about the whole having a ring situation. Like the minute like it's an obvious thing, somebody will see a ring, and I think women may be a little bit different in that sense as well
yes,
because, women they think a little bit different, like depending on the type of
that's
woman.
it.
Some women see a ring and think that the ring itself is like, okay, this is secure. This man, whatever. Already, if somebody's got him, then that means that that in itself can be an attractive trait just without even saying anything. But then, and I thought about that too. I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I should just try to dig up my old ring and just throw them back on
No,
because
but it's crazy. Now we going out to the field, but I
yeah.
remember I was in concert at the time. It was like counselor. He was
Mm,
from hit it off. I didn't anyway. We hit it off. Cool. He was also part of my I was thinking about what I'm about to say, but this is what he said.
mm,
Because he was talking about his wife, and because because this was right before I was about to get married. He was, "Oh, that's great, blah blah blah." He even came to my wife visited, came to meet her and stuff like that. But he was talking about his wife, and I was like, "Where's your ring?" And he was like,
mm,
"I'm not saying it's the right way. They just threw me off, to be honest." But he said that he found that when he wore his ring, he stopped wearing his ring because when he wore his ring, it would actually have the opposite effect. It would attract women because they want the stability. I want a
right.
guy like that. You know what I'm saying? He works. I mean, that's keeping it real,
Yep.
right? And so I get that. I will say that.
Hmm.
Meaning, I've experienced some of that, not just on my personal life, just in general. I have experienced that in my life.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, it is what it is. Me, like, I don't get upset, like, oh, don't you see where we get down and stuff like that, because,
Yeah,
like, it is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
I get with, it should be something with respect that's shown, right?
yeah.
Stuff like
Absolutely.
that, right? But I do understand. So he stopped with it because I was like, I never thought of it. But I'm not. This thing was that some, not all, but some women, if you unconsciously maybe, like if they don't see the ring, like that the person is not
Stable.
a catch, let's just say,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, why is this person married?
Right. Yeah,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a
Yeah,
little bit
and I
different
hadn't
for the
thought of
women.
that, but
Hmm.
we kind
Hmm.
of meandering a little bit.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah,
To talk about the career, like how career, what the challenges could be like in the career path um, as a coach, both whether you're married or not married, and how that makes a difference as far as people discussing finance with clients or potential clients, and yeah, that's just the challenges of having coaching full time versus still having a 9 to 5 and juggling both. I know you're saying that you weren't as, um, I guess, like satisfied with the working part. Yeah, but I, you know, I don't know. To be honest with you, there are plenty of time. There are many times I'm like, listen, I wish I had my 9 to 5, just maybe not necessarily full time, but at least part time enough, just so I am not as passionate in my delivery with this work because obviously it's always going to be this is my purpose in life. I know that, period. But now it's kind of forcing me to pivot to a hands off approach, almost like a pre-recorded. But then I don't want it to seem too what's the word oh gosh, I can't I'm drawing a blank. But basically, I don't wanna seem too unreachable, but then I
Mhm,
realize if I allow too much reach at the same time,
mhm.
it's yeah, the guys are just
Go the wrong way.
it's yeah, it's a different type of conversation, and I don't always catch it because I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, you know, this is my work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Right,
take me serious. I had to start taking me more seriously because I was like, okay, maybe I'm not taking myself as serious as I need to. But then,
guys, guys, I hate to say it like that,
oh my
or
goodness.
women for that matter. It's a different world now. That's another story, but no, that's true.
Yeah.
Since I came home, like,
Money.
okay, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got programs, we got watch this, you know what I'm saying? That's how people. It's different. It's a different world, and I don't mean it in an offensive way. That's offensive. But
Right, 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 right.
yeah, it's different where people like what they like, and people identify with it.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
respect all that. But at the end of the day, I will say this: that it is about, or should be about respect.
mhm,
It's not always like that. It should be that way because it's like you said, our passion is what we do. It's not about anything else.
mhm, mhm,
Unless the person wants it to be about something else, it can be. You know what I'm saying? That's
mhm.
yeah, it could be. But if it's
Yeah,
not, then it's not. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right. And then
And
how do you decipher that? Because then I did think about I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I guess technically being somebody who is single, I mean, even though I'm not even the dating thing is far from my mind because I'm like, okay, has to be completely like fully operational, functional, like have the business set to where if I wanted to sell it, I could sell it and be straight. My kids can
it's
be straight.
it's a brand. It's massive.
Right. Yeah. But then it's like, oh man, well, technically, I guess these are the golden years. Well, not the golden years, but like this is like the peak season in my age group of like when everybody does kind of just lock it down and settle and
Yeah,
whatever.
that's another thing. Yeah,
Right.
it's about what's important for you. And I think too is that I hear what you're saying. It's not this, is that sometimes you never know meeting a person that you
Mhm.
know how in terms of you know say a life partner or whatever, whether it's marriage or just a life partner, just not to be married.
Mhm. Mhm.
In my opinion, right? Now some people might say, from a Christian perspective or religious perspective, they might have a different opinion. They might say,
Of course.
no,
Yeah.
well, yeah, whatever. But my thinking is that you never know why someone comes into your life, too,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
In other words, you're focused, not saying you, but a person is focused on business and that. But sometimes people do, I believe people do come into your life. Like, for different reasons, and sometimes you may not be looking, not you per se, that's something nothing, but
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
person may not be looking for a significant other,
Right.
but that person is presented to them, so to speak, because your values align, some other stuff. So you're like, no, I'm all about business. Meanwhile, they
Mhm.
find somebody else may also be on the same time that you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Meaning on the same minds, even though you wasn't, looking for. So I believe that too.
Mhm.
I'm married, so obviously I'm not looking,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do understand the whole thing about being open if a person wants to. But some people are like, no, 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 I don't have the blinders on or whatever, and it's like it's all
Mhm.
business. So anyway, it's just a lot of different ways to look at it. I guess my point is that sometimes you don't know, like somebody might share a lot in common with you, your values, and you're like, man, I never like I was never going into this
Mhm.
for that, but the person is there, so to speak. Like the
Right.
person is there. That
Mhm.
happens. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very it has been very, interesting. It has been a very interesting experience just with that personal growth aspect of career and, like, development in general.
Mhm.
Because, um, yeah, that's right. I never realized that that could be a possibility, but with that, it's like, what makes anybody like like, at what point does the other person see themselves as being that qualified individual, without even necessarily asking me? Like, yeah, I'm asking questions as a coach, but like, you just automatically because this is what you have in your mind, and you think you just automatically are the number one spot. Like, how does that?
Yeah, some people don't just they don't
How does that?
differentiate. They just have like a one uh one approach and they don't make the distinction. Nah, no, that's okay. But yeah, it's like as opposed to saying this is not about that. This is whatever. Like person can I can say a person might be attracted or whatever to the man or be attracted or whatever. That person can be
Mhm.
attracted to the person.
I'm
Maybe
traditional, but
on
yeah.
like how you say on GP on spot like that, but doesn't I think it's important to be clear about why you're communicating, right?
Yeah.
In other words, that's not what this is about, right? I believe that, so to speak, like it's meant to be is meant to be, it happens organically, but don't just automatically just come with your little game or whatever. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that part.
don't just come with that. Just like look,
What
the person is not. The person is presenting themselves as a brand,
right,
right?
right.
As a brand, as
Mhm,
someone to be taken seriously too, right?
mhm.
So you go with all this other stuff, like in some ways, I mean, everybody's different, but in some ways, like you're cheapening the experience. Right? Cheapening, yeah,
Mm.
it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're cheapening the
How to
experience. Like,
use it.
nah, it's not what this is about. So, we
I'm
can
a
go on and on about this.
I was about to say, I gotta take that one. You're cheapening this experience right now.
Right, yeah, you're devaluing because you're putting some other little flavor on this thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
nah, like,
yeah,
nah.
no.
Now, again, sometimes, you like, it can happen. You get these expect you like, man, I wasn't even thinking like this. But I like this person, and we kind of think like this. So
Yeah.
yeah, life is funny. I'm saying that as someone
Mhm,
like, don't know. There's a lot of stuff we just don't know.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So,
Yeah,
anyway, I'm gonna
but
get ready to call it the night.
yes,
We
I was
got
just
we
about
got
to
we got
say
day 2 tomorrow.
yes.
Yeah, day two
Yeah, and
tomorrow. I need my little 8 hours.
I was about to say my laptop about to die right now.
Yeah,
but
my little 8 hours.
but yes, but Joe, I thank you for taking the time out to
Yeah, man, it's
yeah,
always
connect
a
on here.
pleasure. Yeah,
Yes, for
a
tapping in and
pleasure.
doing the live. I know we haven't done a lot.
Yeah,
We
it's
we
been a
supposed
while.
to.
We'll get up
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
We'll
yeah, yeah,
definitely
for
get up. I
sure.
hope other people, have benefited from the conversation.
Yes.
And yeah, until next time.
All right. Yes. All right,
All
y'all.
right.
I
All
would
right.
say good night on
All
Instagram and
right. Good
then
night. I'll see you tomorrow.
yep, yep. All right, Joe.
All right.
All right,
All
good
right.
night,
Yes.
IG. All right, and I just want to say for everybody on YouTube land, my laptop is literally about to die. But before it does, I want to say if you have gotten any type of value from this live tonight, I encourage you to like and also share. Feel free to share with any of the dads and grads that you may know that, you know, just made me a little check in today. And also, don't hesitate to leave a comment below to let us know what your key takeaway was from tonight's Wheel of Life Wednesday check in. All right. So, um, again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, let me let you know it is there just for you. And I'll